Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Denmark States War Dogs Dynasty, where today the Central Michigan Chippewas will be coming to Bellin Health Field to take on the War Dogs in Denmark. Wanted to start today's episode with just a little recruiting update. You can look at our class is very good. It was the thumbnail of, I think, episode 42. And yeah, we have a pretty top tier class. I think we're still top 10. We were in the top five before. Two 4 stars in the class now with left tackle Eric Morris committing. Great pass protector, strong dude for being a pass protecting archetype. Pretty agile as well. Super excited to have him joining the team soon. He is a bust prospect, which stinks, but he'll still be a fantastic player, I presume, as we are now in first place with Joey Merriman, a quarterback who is a scrambler, athlete type player. Real good abilities too. Just going to add to that notorious quarterback room that we've had so far. A couple other guys who have us locked out here like Frank Alba, championship contender, is on the climb, so we hope to turn that around soon. Other than that, not a ton of news though. We're doing good in pretty much all of our battles. We've added a couple guys later on that are 4 stars just to try and add depth to some other positions. Jace Kaufman, a good linebacker, something we want to address as well. 86 speed, not going to be a zone cover guy, probably early downs, but nonetheless a guy who can fly around and stop the run. But with that being said, we will see you at the field for the Central Michigan game, hoping to continue our strong start in conference play. And here come the War Dogs taking the field. We will once again be getting an opening kick here. In our home field, in a night game, this is an exciting one. Zach Rhodes will let the opening kickoff go through the back of the end zone for a touchback, where we will start with the ball at the 25-yard line with our freshman quarterback Tyler Rome once again coming out as the starter. A lot of freshmen operating on this team. A lot of young guys taking over roles that were held down by some veteran players for us for a while in this series. But on first down, we go to Jalen Poe in the run game, which helped carry us through our first victory of the season in our first in-conference play game. That'll set us up with a 2nd and 3 from the 32. Terrence Logan checks into the game immediately after, showing off this depth in our running back room as he gets to the outside, thought he did at least, but is taken down at the line for a gain of really nothing there. 3rd and 3 from the 32. Let's see if we can get a short throw here to pick up this first down. Kai Black not going to hang on to that one. Probably had some more open options. Tyler Rome maybe a little rush there, got that one out. Will be a punt for the War Dogs now. A lot of space for the Chippewas returner here. See if he can do anything with it, and doesn't look like he does. Tackled pretty quickly by Maserowski there. Looks like their quarterback, Tyler Jefferson, is going to be a top player that we have to watch out for. So we'll make sure to be careful with him, potentially spying him if he shows some mobile ability. We are going to start with one high, though. Dion Delaney, the deep safety on 1st and 10 from the 34 for the Chippewas. They do go with the run on the first play of the offensive possession for them, and that is a 3-yard pickup for the Chippewas. Now on 2nd and 7 from the 37, a bunch to the right. They'll go back to the run game. Dion Delaney coming downhill. He ends up making the play, but is kind of drug along for a while. They'll end up taking it to the 44, 3rd and very short now for this offense. Operating from the 44, 2 tight ends in the game. They'll go back to the ground game. Tierney came downhill, but they'll give him the first down. Jacavion Caleb, the one who picks up the first down there. Tierney, the deep safety, 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll motion a receiver across in a jet motion, hand it to the running back, and he's taken down pretty quickly by Tony Tripp after just a yard on the play. 2nd and 9, 2 tight ends once again for Central Michigan, who has been pretty conservative here. A lot of runs early. They go to the outside with this play, taken down in the backfield by Mitch Eifert there. But there is a holding on Central Michigan. We're going to back them up a little more here. That'll make it a 2nd and 19 from the 36. See if we can knock them back any further and make this a 3rd and much easier to manage. They'll go underneath, and Kevin Mancuso's there in the flat to break that up. 3rd and 19 from the 36. Let's see if we can bring some heat, get these guys off their game a little bit, and force a punt here on 3rd and very long. They end up getting rid of it. Great coverage downfield. We brought the blitz. That will force a punt from the 36-yard line. We ended up knocking them backwards on that drive. Good start from our defense, who was off to a very tough non-conference schedule. Did not do very well. Averaged probably nearly 40 points in those games. And in our first conference game, had a very successful opener, however, though. So 1st and 10 from the 18 is what the offense will be working with. Trips to the left here. Jalen Poe is the back. Motion Kai Black across. And Tyler Rome's taken down. He had Jalen Poe wide open on a wheel route there. Decided not to throw it or try to get out with the pressure. Wasn't able to successfully, as they'll hand it to Jalen Poe on 1st down, bouncing inside of his tackle, picks up 4, gets it back to a 3rd and somewhat manageable here from the 17. Rome in the shotgun. Looking for Angerer on the corner route. He's got him. Big 1st down pickup, the freshman tight end. Gets some good separation there and picks up a 1st down for the War Dogs. To the 38 now. 2 tight ends in the game with Terrence Logan at running back. He tries cutting up, ends up getting through his blockers who are pulling and picks up about 9 there. Pretty good 1st down pickup, setting him up with a 2nd and 1 from the 47. They'll hand it to Jalen Poe, who falls forward for the 1st down. The senior knows that he needs to get that yardage. Picks up the 1st down there, sets us up with a 1st and 10 from the 49. Rome tries to take off here, and he's slammed down in the pocket for a 4-yard loss. Had really nothing going there. Tried to step up, wasn't keeping his eyes downfield. Ends up trying to limit the loss to just 4 yards there. We'll go with Jalen Poe on 2nd down. He'll get us 2 yards back, setting us up with a 3rd and 12 now from the 46. Rome tries to escape. He does get out of the pocket and is eventually tracked down. Wanted to go Angerer right away. Didn't end up getting the ball out quick enough, though. And that will set us up to punt from the 43 here with DeAndre Bloomberg. They will end up returning this out just past the 20-yard line to the 23. Decent return. Tommy Timms was the one who made the play there. He is one of our starting corners now. I'd like to highlight him on this defense on the outside. So that was something that we struggled with early in the season. We've had a couple guys playing those roles. Mancuso stepped back into his nickel spot. And then we had Quincy Welsh out there at some points. But Tommy Timms so far has played a decent job. He's done a decent job out there as Kevin Mancuso breaks that pass up to the outside. That sets him up with a 3rd and 6 on the 27-yard line. Good job by our pass defense making some plays here, something we just did not see earlier this season. Couldn't really count on them doing much in terms of pass defense there. And there will be a stop for us once again, 4th and 2. They'll punt this one away. And if they do actually punt it, not fake it, that will be the 4th punt of the game already in this 1st quarter. Eric Long, the return man, he's been dangerous in the return game this season as he will be taken down after just a couple of yards at the 37-yard line. 1st down, War Dogs. Fullback is Ecanum. Terrence Logan in the game. Screaming player off the edge takes him down for a 5-yard loss. Just nothing there. Way too long on that RPO. That was just not the greatest play for 1st down there. As they will go to Tashawn Angerer underneath on 2nd and long. He picks up the 1st down yardage with the run after catch. Great job by the freshman tight end to pick up a big gain there, using his athleticism to separate from the defender. Makes a great play as we'll give it to Terrence Logan here on 1st down. He's got a big 1st down carry, getting out past midfield to the 37-yard line. Great job by the junior running back. Jalen Poe checks in now as we near the end of this 1st quarter. We'll go to the counter. Poe ends up breaking off 1st contact, got a decent enough block on the outside, and that will take us likely to the end of the 1st quarter unless they quickly get a playoff here. And they will not. So a 0-0 1st quarter, something we did not see much of earlier in this season. A lot of high-scoring games. Nice to see the defense taking a little bit of control for the War Dogs, excuse me. 2nd and 8 at the 35. They'll open up with the formation into the boundary. Canham's the fullback. He's got Angerer up the middle of the field. However, there is a flag. This looks like it will be coming back. I think Phoenix did end up working his way too far downfield, apparently. Tough. That is a play action, not even an RPO, so that's really tough that that was the penalty we get called with. 2nd and 13 from the 40 now. They've got Angerer again getting open, using his speed to get downfield. Big time pickup for the tight end. Been easily probably the best receiver on this team, at least the most consistent. He sets us up with the first down inside the red zone here. First down give is to Logan, and he's got nothing. Pash and Jimmer were completely blown up there, as that sets us up with a 2nd and 11 from the 19. Going underneath, Kyle Thomas hangs on to this one. That's a 6-yard pickup. Decent play through the air to get us something back. 3rd and 5 at the 13 now. Looking to the wheel route, that's Zach Cobb. Got a ton of space, kind of ran a little hit concept on his man a little bit there. And we end up picking up the score. Zach Cobb is in the end zone. Touchdown, War Dogs. That return went nowhere. They get it to the 13-yard line. Felt like their guy was moving in quicksand trying to return that ball. As 3 linebackers on the field for the War Dogs, not something you typically see. That is a first down from the 13-yard line here. They'll hand it to their receiver on the jet sweep, who goes nowhere. Completely blew that play up. 2nd and 10 at the 13 now for the Chippewas offense. A lot of early movement here. It looks like the Chippewas will be moving back with a false start on their left tackle. 2nd and 15 at the 8-yard line. Can we get back to the quarterback or make a play in the backfield here to make this a tough 3rd down? They go quickly underneath, trying to pick up something here, and they do make it a 3rd and 6 with that play. Definitely much more manageable than what they were looking at before. As they will go 2 tight end look again, common personnel group for them, that 12 personnel, as it looks like they're going to call this on the War Dogs as a neutral zone infraction on Matt Romanowski, our DN, typically a guy we see in there on running downs more. Seeing him in on 3rd down is interesting, as they go wishbone here on 3rd and 1 from the 23. They go with the pitch to the fullback, and Ethan Tierney's in there. The veteran makes a play in the backfield, forcing a 4th down from the 21. The defense has played lights out so far in conference play through nearly 6 quarters. Eric Long taken down in on the return there. Not a ton on the gain. 1st and 10 at the 34 for the offense now. Terrence Logan gets the carry. He goes nowhere. Kind of looked like a little read option. Maybe not the best play call there. 2nd and 10 from the 34 now. 2 running backs lining up to the left of Rome are Poe and Logan, as they'll motion Kyle Thomas across, flip him the ball on a jet sweep, and he's got some space in, and he's got some speed there. Picks up the first down on the jet sweep. Getting horizontal, trying to use the speed factor, something the War Dogs defensively has struggled with stopping, but offensively has used to their advantage, as they give this to Jalen Poe on another jet sweep. He cuts back inside, making some men miss. That's another big first down on the jet sweep style plays. 1st and 10 at the 34. Gensler and Rhodes now in the game at running back, as Rome keeps, flips it out to Zach Rhodes late on the pitch, and the sophomore's got a ton of room. Big first down. Staying on the ground, picking up big gains here is this offense. Midway point of the 2nd quarter has come and go. 1st and 10 from the 19 in the red zone here. Rome over the middle to Angerer. He's got space, and he'll dive for the end zone and is knocked out just shy. Looks like he even hit the pylon. They don't count it, though. And it'll be a 1st and goal from the half-yard line here. Terrence Logan checks into the game. They'll give him the ball, and he'll just try and fall into the end zone for a touchdown. The junior running back scores once again, and the War Dogs will go up 2 scores here as we close in on halftime. The return game for Central Michigan has not looked great. I don't know if their returner is injured. He has not looked very fast today, as they will go with the deep throw on 1st down. Receiver had it. Delaney kind of overran it. Gibson wasn't there to make a play, but it is a 2nd and 10 from the 16 now, after he can't come down with that ball. Do they go back to the run game here, down 2 possessions? No, they will go through the air. Trying to go to the sideline. Delaney makes the play. Had gotten beat there, but that throw was a little bit short and ended up being knocked down there, as it is a third and 10 from the 16. They try and go deep here. Gibson bats this ball down, incomplete. Fourth and 10 at the 16. Bring the defense or the punt return team back on the field once again if you're the War Dogs. Eric Long gets us near midfield with that return, where we will start with a first and 10 from the 47. Tyler Rome on the field. Terrence Logan behind him. They'll hand it to him. He tries bouncing outside a bit there. It really gets nowhere. They put a stop to some of these typical run plays that we'll run, but not the jet sweep stuff. Maybe see some more of that later. Looking deep. Oh, thought he had Zach Cobb deep. Didn't end up hitting him. And it is a third and 10 from the 47. Haven't done a whole lot to go forward on this drive so far. Tries to get it to Poe on the screen. That's incomplete. Just out of reach of him. Had some pressure. Wasn't able to get it to him. It is a fourth and 10 from the 47 now. Bloomberg to punt. Ooh, took a while getting that ball out. He does end up getting the punt out clean. They'll call fair catch at the 15-yard line where the Chippewas will start. First and 10 at the 15. They'll go to the run game. And they are stuffed on that play. Great job by Romanowski on the outside to make a play. Alvin Calip with the carry there. Second and 9 from the 16 now. Two running backs in for the Chippewas. They will go to the air on this play. They go across the middle. It's nearly intercepted. Tony Tripp was there. Couldn't bring it in, though. And that will set up a third and 9 from the 16. Can the defense get off the field for the War Dogs once again in this game? They go to the sideline. Ends up throwing him out of bounds, though, basically. And that will once again be a punt for the Chippewas. Eric Long, nowhere to go on that return. Offense will come back onto the field. First and 10 from the 39. Two scores today. Our defense has completely dominated these guys, but offensively we've looked fine, just not really putting any kind of emphasis on making sure we score here, as it's second and 2 from the 47. See if we can take a shot on this play and maybe change the narrative of this one as we hit Kai Black in stride on the crosser, and he's taken down at the 1-yard line. Huge play by the War Dogs on play action. First and goal, that'll take us to the 2-minute warning down at the 1-yard line. Let's see if we can just sneak this in with Tyler Rome. He does. He'll fall forward and score. Might be his first career touchdown, honestly, as he scores there. Now a 21-point lead for Denmark. Definitely has this 1-5 team feeling much better moving forward through conference play. First and 10 at the 25. What do they go with here? They'll go underneath, and that pass is incomplete, broken up. Great play by Gibson there. The coverage has looked amazing from the War Dogs today. Continuing to try and go through the air now. They burn us, man. Mancuso didn't stick with a man like I thought he would. And that is a huge play for the Chippewas there. First and 10 at the 42. We're sitting in cover 3 still. Hasn't been the greatest for us. They do get an early completion there, quickly getting that ball out, knowing that there's some pressure coming. Second and 4 from the 30s. 36 now, definitely threatening. Probably their best drive of the day so far. Going to the sideline on the comeback, and that ball is dropped. Chippewas can't hang on. Third and 4. Let's bring some heat. Haven't done that a ton this game like we typically do. See if we can catch them off guard here. And we do. Trips in the backfield, gets the sack. We'll knock him out of field goal range and get to call timeout. Get this ball back in our offense hand once again. This punt looks really good from the Chippewas. Long makes the catch with a foot out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Not able to do a ton with that ball. Let's see if we can do something here. At least get out of the shadow of our end zone here at the 4-yard line. Terrence Logan cut up, wasn't very patient there. Only got about a yard. And it'll be second and 9 from the 6. And that's a fumble. Tyler Rome got hit. Ball just went flying, and they end up grabbing it. That is first and goal at the 2-yard line. The defense, once again, now going to get tested because of the flaws of this offense. They go up the middle, and Kirk Kennedy blows that play up completely. Defense may be a little frustrated after what just occurred, but it is a 2nd and goal from the 4, nonetheless, for the Chippewas here. They go to the outside. That's a touchdown. Chippewas score. Tyler Rome, the freshman quarterback, got a little, looks like he got a little too much on his plate there in the end zone, tried to just get rid of that ball and ended up getting hit. Ball flew out, recovered by the Chippewas. They easily put a touchdown play in 2 plays later, and now the lead is cut down to 14 as we close in on halftime, where they will be getting the ball. 1st and 10 at the 20. About 30 seconds left. If we can get a big play here, I might get aggressive, but the block is missed there. And there's 20 seconds left in the half now. Start to try and pretend to move quick, maybe. Looks like we maybe got him off sides. They don't call it. Going deep, nearly intercepted. Terrible play call. Getting way too aggressive there. 3rd and 11 at the 20 now. Let's just see if we can get out of this half cleanly without giving up more points at this point. Terrence Logan, the run. He's getting to the outside. We'll call timeout. That was a pretty big gain. See if we can get something here. Get aggressive. 1st and 10 at the 32. Logan, the carry, falling forward. We'll call one more timeout. And it will be the last play of the game here, of the half, excuse me, from the 36-yard line. Rome goes play action. Showing off the arm. He's looking deep for Zach Cobb. It's caught. Touchdown, War Dogs. What a play by Zach Cobb downfield. The big receiver comes down with that ball. What a throw from Tyler Rome to even give him a chance. And that is a great way to end a half. Getting aggressive, it pays off there. Zach Cobb goes up and makes the play, coming down with that ball and then fighting his way through 2 defenders to get into the end zone under the lights here in Denmark. 2 touchdown grabs for the freshman receiver. 6'3", 200 pounds. He can come down with big plays like that down the field. And he has been a force for the Chippewas to try and stop today. At the 15-yard line, it's a 1st and 10. They're going to have to start getting aggressive here, as I'm going to be just running this clock out, I think, in the second half, trying to end this game as soon as possible. That's batted away by Kevin Mancuso. Good man coverage. 2nd and 10 at the 15 now. Chippewa's quarterback has not had the greatest day today. He's one of their better players and has really struggled as they leave a man wide open there. That is near the 1st down marker. 3rd and 1 for the Central Michigan offense. We'll go with the run. Quarterback decides to keep, and Tony Tripp blasts through the hole for a loss. Defense once again with a stop. Really the only score they gave up was that 2-yard, 4-yard touchdown, whatever it was, where Tyler Rome basically set the Chippewas up at the front door to go score. Eric Long calls for a catch at the 35, where we will start this drive. 1st and 10 now from the 35. Going out to Jalen Poe on the RPO. He's got tons of space, trying to make a man miss, but he gets up past midfield. Tyler Rome, great job getting that ball out to him. Good play. 1st and 10 from the 48 now. Rome's going to take off, and he's got space. He'll slide down with 1st down yardage to the 35-yard line. Rome definitely looking like a very seasoned quarterback at this point, making some big plays, as that's a 9-yard pickup for Terrence Logan. Run game hasn't been a huge factor, honestly, for us today like we would have expected. But I think late in the game, we're going to have to turn it up with them. As Rome gets to Sean Angerer open in space. Touchdown, War Dogs. Easily getting open there is Tashawn Angerer, quickly scoring for the War Dogs. That puts us up 35-7 here early in the second half. Big hits on the special teams unit. They'll go down at the 14-yard line. Our defense has just completely been able to manhandle this offense today, giving us such a big lead in this one. And our offense really seems to be finding a rhythm against these MAC teams. All of it seemingly coming together here for this MAC squad, looking for their 3rd consecutive MAC championship, defending their past 2 seasons this year. As they go outside with that play, Tierney brings them down at the line of scrimmage. That'll set them up with a 3rd and 7 from the 17. Gonna just try and sit off in some loose coverage here. Hopefully force some kind of throw underneath as there's a lot of early movement. They're going to call this on the Chippewas false start. And with that, now I'm going to pin my ears back with these guys, let them fly home. 3rd and 12. I'm going to be sitting for the screen here. That seems like something that could be going on as they do try and get this ball out quick, and he does over the middle. Big first down pickup. He had a ton of pressure on him. Tyler Jefferson, very good off his rhythm there. He's a good thrower when he's on the run, so he's able to make a good play there with the blitz in his face. And that's a big cut back for the running back. He's pushed down for a first down gain. Good job by the Chippewas, maybe coming up with something here, trying to get some kind of little rally going at this point, halfway through the 3rd quarter. They're going deep to the sideline, incomplete, completely burned our defense. That dude is a complete speedster on the outside, and definitely took advantage of our 3 cloud look there. 2nd and 10 from the 46 now as Ethan Tierney comes downhill, makes the tackle after just a 1-yard gain. It'll be a 3rd and 9 from the 47 here. Going deep, completely left alone. That's thrown behind him. Delaney does bring him down because of the bad throw, but that is a huge pickup. We were going kind of aggressive with a flipped cover 2 look. Definitely had a lot of moving pieces there. Just didn't get over in time, and it is a 1st and goal from the 7. Going to the side of or the back of the end zone, and we are not able to make a play there. I think that was Tommy Timms who wasn't able to come up with that, and it is a 2nd and goal from the 7 now. Completely stuffed. We brought some heat. Looked like it was Eifert in the backfield there. 3rd and goal from the 9. Let's get some more DBs on the field and try and stop this pass down in the red zone. They go underneath. Delaney makes the tackle just shy of the end zone. 4th and goal from the 2. Can we get the stop and the turnover on downs? Gregory Mayer, the linebacker, in the game. See if he can make an impact, not in too much, as he'll come flying through and combine with Tony Tripp to put an end to this drive at the 3-yard line. Defense bending and not breaking at all there. 1st and 10 from the 3 now for the offense. They got to get out of the end zone here, as we saw some trouble with that earlier. That's just a 4-yard pickup for Terrence Logan there. 2nd and 6 at the 8. Jalen Poe, the back now. He's got a ton of daylight, gets a great block in the secondary, and Jalen Poe's got tons of room. Not the fleetest of foot in terms of our running back room, but comes up with a huge play there. 1st and 10 at the 47. Let's see if we can put the dagger in these guys with a big play here. Logan the back and a motion Kai Black across there. Looking deep. Rome's picked off. Great play by the DB to undercut that one. Getting a little aggressive there. Tyler Rome throws an interception. Probably didn't need to run a play like that. Just we're maybe trying to test the waters and see how something like that would work. But it is a 1st and 10 from the 28 for the Chippewas now. After the big play from our defense, Kennedy brought some heat there, but Delaney in coverage holds that to just a 7-yard gain for Wisnowski, the tight end. 2nd and 3 from the 35. Defense back on the field. Don't really like that, but Kirk Kennedy will come downhill and make a play after about a yard. Complete. Kind of left out to dry there. Had a one-on-one with the running back. Made a great play there. They'll go full house look here. 3rd and 2. They pitch it to the fullback again. We saw this earlier, and Tierney combines with Kennedy for the same result, putting an end to that play at the 36-yard line. Eric Long will call fair catch at the 22, where the offense will come back out and start here. 1st and 10, Logan the back. Tyler Rome will end up getting off the first tackle, and he'll just scamper out of bounds after a 5-yard pickup. Tyler Rome, not the greatest runner. He does have a good running ability, but compared to like Shaquille Abbott, he's not going to be anything too impressive. As we go with the fullback screen, getting complete space for Jarius E. Canham to pick up a 1st down, as the War Dogs will continue to move down the field as we head into the 4th quarter. It's 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line now. Poe and Logan the backs here. Poe with the keep. He ends up losing about a yard. I don't know if that was necessarily the read for Tyler Rome there, but ended up going with it. And only lost a yard, not too terrible. As Rome decides to keep here, maybe an interesting call there as well as he loses a yard. Seems like he's maybe a little flustered with those options. Might need to start going to something else as it's a 3rd and 12 from the 35. Rome decides to take off and get smoked. Don't know where he was running there, but a big play by the D tackle, and that drive just looked messy here as the War Dogs will punt this away to the Chippewas. 1st and 10 from the 31. We're going to go into some two-man just because I think they're going to try and throw early on this drive. Looks like they have their back quarterback in the game. And they'll go over the middle. Kurt Kennedy can't hang with that route. It's a 1st down to the 35 to the 45-yard line, excuse me. Yeah, Chippewas have seemed to have gone to their backup unit here. Curious move. I don't know if this is just to save legs or what, but that play is incomplete as Quincy Welsh is there to get a hand on that one. 2nd and 10 from the 45 now. Going on the kind of post corner route there, Welsh is burned in man coverage. That's a 1st and 10 to the 23-yard line, excuse me. Two tight ends check into the game, a common look for this Chippewas team. They're going to go with the handoff. Big time space. Tierney takes a bad angle, and we end up getting the tackle from Gibson. However, big time pickup for the Chippewas. They're looking to make this more interesting as they have their backup crew in now. 1st and goal at the 4. Blowing up the middle, the decent carry gets him to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal at the 1. Maybe some early movement there as they will be able to easily run this in. Good blocks on our defense there. Townsend scores for the Chippewas, and they'll put up an extra point attempt here to make this a 21-point game. Zach Rhodes on the return takes it to the 22-yard line, and we will see this offense likely come out and just try and put an end to this one. As Tyler Rome jogs out with Terrence Logan, gonna still keep the starters in. I just don't think this group is good enough yet to where they need to really take downs off. We can always use the practice and development with these guys. Logan's run game today has not been that fantastic, as it is 2nd and 8 from the 24 after his 2-yard carry. We'll go right back to him. He tries to maneuver in through some space. There is a flag flying though, and it looks like it'll be on the War Dogs. Another holding call. This is once again left tackle Alex Phoenix, a guy who has really had struggles with that call and just really any penalty in his time here at Denmark. Really a shame considering how good of a lineman he really is. He's not super disciplined sometimes. As we go with Poe up the middle for a 7-yard pickup, trying to continue to waste this clock down. 3rd and 7 from the 25 for the War Dogs. They go with the run to Logan. He tried to get to the outside, taken down by the shoestrings in the backfield. 4th and 8 from the 28. Bloomberg will get this one away. Tons of space for this returner. And he will be taken down quickly by Kennedy and Mayer, though. Good play on the coverage there from those two linebackers. 1st and 10 at the 42. They go to the sideline. This is going to be incomplete. Throws this one away. 2nd and 10 from the 42. That's underneath. Tripp was turning around to get into coverage. Ended up kind of making a play on that ball without even maybe realizing it. And it is a 3rd and 10 from the 42. Going to the sideline, not able to make that catch in bounds. Incomplete. 4th and 10 from the 42. Let's bring some heat. Try and put an end to this drive quickly and get our running game going again to milk the clock. They go with the deep ball, trying to go with the fade route. That's batted away. Welsh is there in coverage. Incomplete. And we will get our offense back on the field. 1st and 10 from the 42. Logan blown up in the backfield. The Chippewas run game, run defense, excuse me, I will give credit to. They've done a great job today making plays. That is it. As it is a 2nd and 12 from the 44 now for the War Dogs. Logan, the carry, he's thrown down after a 4-yard pickup at the 40-yard line. Once again, the offense trying to avoid a 3 and out and really just work on ticking this clock down. Looking deep, Rome wants Cobb, and that's thrown too far under. 4th and 8 from the 40. We will punt once again. Tried to drop that one inside the 20, but it ends up getting returned. And that gets out to past the 25. Honestly, really conservative punt from Bloomberg there. Tried to get a little too fancy with it and didn't end up working out. They will start this drive with 4 minutes remaining in this game. Going to the sideline, batted away, incomplete. Good job by Ian Badejo to bat that one away. 2nd and 10 from the 26. Going back to the air, as I would assume they would. And that's thrown underneath, nearly intercepted. Tony Tripp has had multiple pass breakups today. Doesn't even really seem like he knows what he's doing, though. It doesn't know what to do with the ball once it gets to him, though. 3rd and 10 from the 26 now. Going to the sideline, incomplete, punched out. Great play by Welsh. Excuse me, that was Tommy Timms. And they will empty it out here for their 4th down attempt from the 26. That's a quick completion right in front of Delaney. Couldn't do a whole lot with that one. And it is a 1st and 10 at the 48. Bringing a lot of heat man coverage over the middle. Delaney can't bring the receiver down, and sloppy tackling from the War Dogs frees their receiver for a big 1st down pickup to the 24. Got to tighten up if you're this defense. You might end up making this game closer than you think. It's only a 21-point lead. I mean, we've seen crazier stuff in this series. There's a quick completion over the middle. Mancuso makes the play at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10. Not very long to go for this offense to score another touchdown. Underneath, they'll try and get something here as they pick up 5. 2nd and 5 at the 7. Going to try and lock up across the board down in the red zone. And that's nearly caught, just thrown shy of the feet of the receiver. 3rd and 5 at the 7. Going to get aggressive, go with the double mug look, see if we can trick these guys a little bit. 3rd and 5 at the 7. Going over the middle, underneath, touchdown, Chipwas. Ivorian Wembley, he's a big speed guy. We weren't able to keep up with him over the middle, and they will score. Likely going to bring out the onside team here, as they're kind of back in this game. We got to be careful. Keaton goes down after recovering. We'll get it at the 41 for our offense to start trying to milk the clock once again, something we just haven't been able to do really. 2.5 minutes left, though. Can we close this one out? Logan, nice carry, picks up 6. 2nd and 4, we'll let this go to the 2-minute warning, where we will likely only have to get a couple more 1st downs to end this game. Jalen Poe, the back, he'll get the carry. Trying to make a move to stay in bounds. He does. Timeout, Chipwas. That's their 1st of the game, of the half, excuse me. 1st and 10 at the 26. We're going big personnel here. 3 tight ends, fullback, running back. And we're going to get Terrence Logan to burst up the middle, and he's going to go score a touchdown to put an end to this one. That's 21-point lead for us. Logan puts his 2nd score across the goal line. Big-time touchdown score for us. It looked good. They didn't really have any safeties on that play, and we were able to put a dagger in this one. 1st and 10 at the 14 now. Defense just needs one more stop, and then we should be able to pretty much kneel this game out. They go underneath over the middle, big completion. Cover 3 has not been our thing today. Might try and avoid that going forward to finish this game out. That was a big pickup, and they've only wasted about 10 seconds now when they'll get this snap off. They go, ooh, just underneath, and a big spin move. That's a big pickup, and they do have a man down on the play, but nice pickups. Central Michigan coming alive late in this game. Maybe just needed the quarterback change. Honestly, they're playing way better with their backup in. And we'll end up getting home. There's a sack. I think it might have been Gizzy who was the first one who got there. 2nd and 18 now. From the 49, they'll go back to the air. Going over the middle, incomplete. Tony Tripp makes a play on that ball. 3rd and 18. See if we can end this game finally. End of the game seems like it's taking forever here. Looking deep, going towards Gibson. That's incomplete. He batted that away. 4th down, last play of the game coming up. Well, potentially. Big time 1st down yardage needed. They go underneath. I think he'll get tackled short. That'll get the ball back in the hands of our offense to essentially run this clock out and end the game. 1st and 10 at the 37. Do we get crazy here? We'll see. They'll get it out to Poe. Basically a run play on the RPO here. 4-yard pickup, and they'll pretty much just let us tick this clock down. We'll run probably one more play as we've got the clock under 40 seconds. Logan the back, Tyler Rome the snap. He'll hand it to Logan, who gets some decent yardage here on this pickup, falling forward. He's over 100 yards on the day now. And that will bring out the kneeling squad. We'll take the knee and end this game. See you in the stats screen here as we look at our offense, who we definitely dominated the first half. We tied in the second half actually with these guys, but it was a overall really good team victory. I think defense kind of gave up more at the end than they probably should have. Really good game from Tyler Rome. The interception was really just kind of getting crazy, taking a shot. But 3 touchdowns, one on the ground, I believe, as well. 2 rushing touchdowns for Logan. Like I said, that sneak from Rome. Poe had a great day on the ground as well. Deshaun Anger, once again, a stud through the air. 2 touchdowns for Zach Cobb as well. Big time plays and just really a touchdown machine for us. Definitely a guy that you can just throw it down the field to, and hopefully he'll make a play, and he typically does, so that's been a good sign. Other guys making plays as well, just one drop from Kai Black, who also did have a 52-yard play. Blocking wise, 2 sacks from Jimmer, one from Crowther, so the right side kind of giving up a little pressure there, but 3 TFLs from Tripp and Kennedy led the squad. 10 tackles from Kennedy was on top, 2 from Tierney in the backfield. Gizzy and Tripp came up with a sack, seeing more of Isaiah Gizzy, and he's definitely earned his snaps. Not a ton. We did have a ton of PBUs, which was great to see considering just past we have not had a ton. Ben Thompson was fine kicking. Could have seen probably better from DeAndre Bloomberg. It seemed like he punted a lot earlier in the game and didn't really help us too much. But in our return game, didn't do a whole lot. With that being said, I'll see you back at the main menu as we move forward through this season. As we advance the week, we see our championship contender at a C minus. I don't know if that's true. We'll have to go look in the recruiting screen. But yeah, we're definitely limiting the amount of guys that are looking to transfer, which is great. We have recruiting points open, which could mean that we have another commit to take a look at here, and we do. Athlete Lorenzo Grimm, I believe he'll end up being a receiver, 6'5", 213 with 93 speed. He's going to be a go up and get it kind of guy, Zach Cobb style receiver. So good to see we added a stud receiver like that into the mix. We'll throw him up in that crew of commits. And we also added right tackle, a 4-star right tackle, Brett McLaughlin, 90 strength, 6'8", 303. Big dude. Looks like he'll probably stay at right tackle if I had to guess, but he is a stud in the run game for sure. Definitely just pass block or power blocking, excuse me. We add him now to our tackle group consisting of a 5-star and now a 4-star on the outside. Keontae Landman, a D end, who would likely end up moving more interior for us at 6'4", 290. He'd be a little slow, in my opinion, to play on the edge, but another Wisconsin dude from Manitowoc, that's huge. 86 block shed is going to be a really good starting point for him as well. So maybe we can get some good development trait with him as we will see him. I'll move him into the D tackle group here, actually. But yeah, that's pretty much it for recruiting right now. I mean, we have 18 targets, um, and most of them are already committed. We have this Frank Alba, a guard who looks like he's maybe getting some interest from other schools. Our championship contender is slowly moving back up to what he needs for his requirement. Once that's done, I think it'll be a pretty easy commit from him. Jace Kaufman is a guy we're climbing up the board on, trying to get into his top 5, and we will continue to add more points to him, make sure we can secure that. Howie Kohini, a 91 speed corner, definitely want to start adding more to that group. A 4-star guy that we're first with as we look to enter his top 5. George Castillo, another guy we've put a lot of points on. We'll continue to pile the points with him as well. 75 for all those guys. Want to just make sure that we round out these top players that we're going for as we'll send the house for this tight end, Ficken here, and just get as many points on him as well. Ours, we want to make sure that these dudes are committing as soon as possible here so we can really start focusing in the offseason on transfer portal stuff. As Joey Merriman, 5-star QB, another real stud looking player, is definitely favoring us right now. We're doing the most we can in terms of recruiting him. And Raphael Turner is a guy that I'll probably throw some more points on just to try and end this battle, as we're in his top 5 currently. Yeah, so we pretty much have every recruit at this point that we can have them maxed out. I'm gonna go look through our team needs and see what would be important to go after. I'm guessing a linebacker. I might add some people to the board, and I'll update you once I kind of figure out what I want to do from there going forward. All right, so for linebackers, I went after a guard is a need of ours, but I'll probably end up moving more tackles in there. So I was more focused on the linebackers. We already had Jace Kaufman on the board, who we're working on moving up with. I did find Cornell Marler, a Illinois linebacker with 92 speed. He's a coverage type. He has high awareness too, so I'm pretty happy with what he's looking like as a raw athlete. And then we also added Dakota Bram, a guy from Wisconsin, another pretty athletic linebacker who's decent enough in coverage that we'll throw him on the list. He already had prior interest in us, so we also just kind of added him for that reason. Slid him an offer and put a couple points on him. So that's what we're going to look like going forward, and kind of trying to take these guys off piece by piece, adding them to the squad here. So that's pretty much it. With that, we will head into our Miami of Ohio week, where they are currently 0-3 in conference play. As we look at the conference standings moving forward, we are one of three still undefeated teams in the conference, currently sitting with a spot in the conference championship. Not the greatest point differential here, as we've given up so many points, but starting to climb up in the points for department and trying to build that championship contender back up, as we do look to play right now currently the lowest team in the conference. So I will see you in the next episode. Make sure to like and subscribe. As always, go War Dogs.